What my asexual relationship looks like.
Lover. Ladies and gentlemen, will you please stand? With every guitar string scar on my hand, I take this magnetic.
Something that sounds fake about your relationship, but is real.
My partner is asexual, whereas I am the opposite of that. I like it a lot. But they are very supportive, and they're like, yeah, let's down. But I slowly found out that they kind of find it just amusing, because they don't enjoy the sex, they just find it amusing. So they started doing things to make it more enjoyable for themselves, like T-posing on me in the middle of it, or, because I want to do it multiple times a day, they have me give them $1 each consecutive time, not because they need the money, but because they know it hurts me. Fuck you.
Contrary to popular belief, there are a lot of asexuals who do have romantic relationships and sometimes even get married. Not all asexuals even marry people who are also asexual. A lot of people don't really understand how this works, but honestly, it's not as complicated as people think. Just because I am not sexually attracted to people does not mean that I am not romantically attracted to people, platonically attracted to people, and want to be close to people and can even fall in love with people. Falling in love with someone does not have to be tied to being sexually attracted to them. Even with having a very emotional bond with somebody or even a very physical bond. While it is true that I don't look at people and have that feeling of I want to have sex with you, I still look at people and might say, I want to be really close to you. I want to be your person. Maybe I'm in love with you. It does take a lot of communication because there's a lot of insecurities and things that can come out whenever talking about sexuality. But ultimately, our relationship isn't lacking anything. We have a genuine love for each other. We are figuring out what works for us. We aren't really missing anything. The way we relate is just a little different than most people. But every relationship is different. And the love is there.
There is only one rule! Keep your pants on.
Hi, I'm Jake Gyllenhaal, and I'm hosting SNL this week with Camila Cabello.
No, Gyllenhaal. Your name is pronounced Gyllenhaal.
I guarantee you it is not.
Oh, don't tell anyone I said this, but, you're my favorite.
Did you end up having, a lot of the same, or similar crushes? Do you have, the same type?
No.
No?
I really didn't have any crushes. Well, I'm asexual and aromantic.
So just no on that front, right?
No.
I've been dating my current boyfriend for about 1.5 years.
Right on. What's his name?
Daniel.
Daniel. How'd you meet Daniel?
We met off of Hinge.
You can dab me up if you want. I'm curious to know, how was that? In the Hinge profile.
Not gonna lie, it was really awkward.
Did you show, in the profile, did you show everything, or was it kind of
yeah, I wasn't gonna be, I was obviously gonna be transparent about everything.
Yeah,
it was a learning process for everybody. We had obviously had to have a discussion on what boundaries are okay and what aren't, and we're not intimate in that way, and he's okay with that.
Yeah.
And
it's just having a good partner, basically, right?
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah. Is Lupita a good wing woman?
No, she likes to make fun of everyone.
No, I make fun of both of them, it's fine.
So is marriage anything that you all consider one day?
It's not really in the front of my mind nor back of my mind at the moment because we are 21. If I'm who I'm currently dating or in the future might be dating, I'd prefer to be life partners than actual marriage.
What is something a man did for you that made you realize that you've been accepting?
So imagine you are at the beginning of a relationship, everything is going well and fine, but at some point your girlfriend tells you that she might be asexual. So I'm telling you, boo, there's a high probability that you will never ever receive sex from me, ever. That's when, for the first time in my life, a man has looked at me dead in the eyes and has told me that he values me for who I am, not for what I can offer to him. And in that moment, ladies and gentlemen, I understood. I have never been loved. I have never been loved by a man. They loved what I could give to them, but me as a person? Nah. Like he values me for my hard work, for my perseverance, for the skills that I have, for my mentality. What? I mean, I didn't know that this is possible, because what? And the ironic part is that I am not asexual. It was just trauma caused by man.
I'll have a mocha caramel latte chino made with skim milk, no whipped cream. Please put that in a grande cup, but use the same amount of coffee that you'd put into a tall. That way there's about an inch of extra room on top to stir in my own nutmeg without spilling any coffee at all. What do you want?
I'll have a tea.
What kind?
Just tea?
Now skip to my loo. Jersey. Do, 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 do. Oh my God, Leah, what the fuck?
Girl in a straw hat with her arms out in a cornfield. That is a scarecrow.
And I come with a hat full of trucks, trunk full of Fango, car full of factions. Fuck you.
I don't need sex, I need to be happy and I can be happy without it. He's not forcing me into anything, so I refuse to force him into uncomfortable situations.
Hey, Mrs. Puff, what's my final score?
6.
Woo! And how many do I need to pass?
6. 100.
What?
I think of the night in the park. It was getting dark and we stayed up for hours. What a lie, what a lie, what a lie. You
The true. Oh.
I know I gotta do it. I know that I can do it, but I don't wanna do it.
Where's the cheese?
It's under the sauce.
There's no cheese on it.
It's under the sauce.
Like, I'm Italian and this is hurting me.
It's from Chicago.
But it's just sauce.
The cheese is under the sauce.
That's not enough cheese.
Cheese is
He took his shirt off and I went, like I actually had, like my body had a reaction with those
I don't need to know about that. You keep that to yourself.
Yeah, I can answer this real quick. And also I'm going to challenge your language a bit. There's no kind of competition on like the level of harm between asexual people and potentially a non-asexual person who's just happens to be single. But there's a fundamental kind of difference in being kind of dehumanized to your core and like, you know, this belief that you're inhuman for not experiencing sexual attraction versus like choosing not to participate in a relationship, if that makes sense. Like usually the conversation, if you're single, kind of goes like, oh, why aren't you seeing anybody right now? Oh, I haven't found the right person because of X, Y, Z, or I'm not seeing someone because of this. And the conversation is just like, oh, I understand what that means. I can conceptualize what it means to not have a romantic partner. I have a framework to kind of reference for that phenomenon. Whereas when you are asexual and like single because you genuinely just like are not attracted to other people, people don't understand what that is. There's this belief that you are like inhuman, and like I've actually had situations where like people will send like sexually explicit images just to be like, oh, like how do you feel about that? Whereas like that's just not like a thing people should do just because of your orientation, whether it be sexual or asexual. And obviously like everybody's experiences are going to be different, but like usually if you are met with, hey, why are you not in a relationship with a man? Oh, I'm a lesbian. people understand like that answer. Versus, why aren't you in a relationship? Oh, I'm asexual. Like, well, what do you mean? Like, everybody loves sex, yada, yada, yada. And it's very frustrating. It's very frustrating. And just that constant feeling of having to explain yourself and that just constant invalidation of your feelings is harmful. One day I'm probably going to do a video about how the Black female body is often hypersexualized, and as an asexual Black woman, that leads to a lot of this kind of feeling. But yeah, for now, I hope that answered your question, and hopefully that question was in good faith. Bye.
Why are we still here? Just to suffer? Every night, I can feel my leg